Hey moms and dads, it's back to school time. We are here to get you back on track by getting you back to the basics. Hey y'all, my name is Amy Morgan and I'm the marketing coordinator here for Pediatric Dental Associates and Orthodontics. And we are going to be taking you back to basics. School's about to start and we're going to get you back on that routine that you've been craving. We're going to be talking about getting back into brushing twice a day. We're going to talk about bedtime routines, and we're also going to talk about how your very own smart home devices can help you out. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about is brushing and flossing. Obviously, we feel like this is the most important thing. However, we want to make sure that everyone is brushing twice a day and flossing at least one time a day. Now, we know that with the summertime here, things may be a little off key, and maybe you haven't been having your kid brush 2 times a day, and maybe you've skipped the flossing a few weeks. And we understand as parents, we get busy and sometimes those things get put to the side. What we really want to do is get you back on course. So what we would like to do is share with you just a couple of ways that you can get your child back on track. So with the brushing and flossing, what we want to make sure they're doing is that every morning and every night right before bed that they are brushing, and then every night that they are flossing. They want to do the flossing at night so that they're brushing away and flossing away all of the food that they have intaken during the day. So we have a couple of things that we think can actually help you out. So you've always known about chore charts. Well, what about a brushing chart? You can find these all over the internet. Just search for brushing and flossing charts. It'll be something there that you can print out. Or if you have a child that really likes to draw or likes to get into their crayons and markers, you can actually have them make this on their own. And you're just going to make this on a weekly basis, just your Saturday to Sunday, Sunday to Saturday, however you want to do it. And you can have them actually look at copies of what it looks like on the internet and have them draw that out if you wanted to do that part. It would actually get them involved and make them take more ownership of actually wanting to brush and floss. And then, of course, we all have smart devices. We all have watches and phones and Alexa devices and Google Home devices and all of these things. But you can actually use apps on your phone or on your child's tablets to help them brush. There's the Disney Timer app, and there are other apps that can be used by Oral-B or Crest that will actually show them the proper way to brush. It will help with timers. It will help make sure that they're getting the right areas of their mouth. And some of these can even report directly back to you on how they are doing. The next thing we want to talk about is getting back to healthy snacks and meals. So we know, again, we're in the summer, we're out of routine, we're going to the pool, we're going to visit grandma and grandpa, we're going on vacation. And we all know going to grandma and grandpa's includes a lot of sugar. So we want to make sure that we are getting back on track with making sure that we are providing healthy snacks and meals. Now, most of the time, the kids are going to eat a healthy breakfast in the morning, either at home or at school. And then at lunchtime, you're usually packing their lunches, and so you kind of have control over that. And then at dinner time, they're doing okay. So the meals seem to be okay, but the snacks is where we tend to see a lot of time kids are snacking all day during the summer. So we want to make sure that when they're getting back to school, that we are making sure that their snacks that you are providing are healthy. And not only healthy for their body, but also healthy for their mouths. So you want to make sure you're doing fruits and veggies and crackers, and try to avoid anything gummy. So we want to stay away from gummy snacks, gummy bears, gummy worms, anything that you think will stick to their teeth, because when they stick to their teeth, they stick between the teeth. And then all day as they're eating anything else, all of that is also sticking to that gummy tissue in there that has started to stick in between their teeth. So you want to make sure that you are trying to avoid any snacks that might cause them to stick to their teeth. So again, fruits, veggies all day long, and drink lots and lots of water. So those are just some quick tips of like what you should be intaking to take care of your body. But also remember that taking care of your body also involves taking care of your oral health, because you want to try to make sure that we are preventing cavities in the best way possible. So now we want to talk about the dreaded bedtime routine. So exciting, right? As parents, it's probably the thing we hear the most, that parents dread the most, is getting them ready for bed. So we just want to go ahead and recommend that you start now on getting them back onto a bedtime routine that will work out for them going to school. So the earlier you can start them getting back into bed at their earlier time for school, the better that's going to acclimate them once school gets started. So you have a few nights here to get back on track. start letting them go to bed at their normal time that they would during the school year. And then that will start to help so that the first day of school, they're back on their bedtime routine, okay? So definitely start doing that. And then something else that we want to make sure that we're incorporating here is try to prepare as much as you can the night before. So we know with school starting, we're all going to be going crazy. We're all going to be getting all these notes at home and all these things we have to do. And we just recommend that you start doing as much preparation as you can the night before so that in the morning, they are able to have a normal routine. They can get up, they can brush their teeth, they can have their breakfast, and they can get off to school. And you as the parent are not running around trying to find this note and this art project. So we highly recommend that you start preparing the night before. This includes making sure and checking their backpacks for any notes that have come home from school. Most kids are really good about telling you they have homework, or you're checking it when they're younger, but as they start to get older, they're forgetting the notes, or they're not telling you that this came in, or you know, they got an email from their teacher and they didn't tell you about it. So obviously check in with your kid every day after school, make sure there's nothing they need to do, but then physically go and check their backpacks. Make sure there's nothing in their backpack that you need to be looking at or getting prepared for the next day. And then we also are talking about with your younger children, make sure that you're preparing their outfit for the next morning. You know, especially if you have a kid that's pretty picky, go ahead and talk with them the night before and say, what are you wanting to wear to school tomorrow? And that way you can have that already prepared, and this will help prevent a meltdown in the morning because maybe they didn't want to wear the red tennis shoes today. They wanted to wear the blue ones. So that can all happen. I'm a parent, you know, all parents across the board have heard this. And so anything you can do the night before to prepare the child for the next day will not only help you out, it will also help them have a really good morning at the house and be sent off to school with a really good attitude. So we've talked about a few tips and tricks that you can use to prepare your child for back to school. And now we want to talk about how you can take some of that pressure off of you as the parent so that you can get all of these things done. And you can do this by using your smart devices. So if you have a smart home device or even your phone or your watch, you can set reminders for yourself to check backpacks, to make sure that they're getting the snacks, to pick up the right things. But you can also use your children's smart devices, such as their tablets, their Echo Dots, or their phones, to set reminders and alerts for when it is time to brush their teeth, time to take a shower, time to go to bed. This takes a lot of pressure off you as the parent and puts some of the responsibility on the child to keep up with their routine, and this will only help them as they grow and become adults in the world. Here at PD-A&O, we know it can be super overwhelming taking care of your children on a daily basis. Added on to that, the fact that we're all going back to school and getting out of our summer routine. Every dentist here at PD-A&O is also a parent, so we completely understand how overwhelming it can be to go from your summer routine to your back to school routine. If you have any questions for us, please leave a comment below, or you can reach out to us via our website at smilesarewild.com.